Thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi, and we're going to be looking over the next few days at some gradually warming temperatures. But I think the big takeaway is that for any travel concerns for the upcoming week, I think we're looking pretty much okay across most of the state. One exception would be northern Colorado along the north of I-70 in the mountains, where you could see a little bit of snow Wednesday night and Thursday morning, but it looks pretty light at this point. Taking a look outside at Rocky Mountain National Park, and things out this way looking just gorgeous on this Monday. Nothing but sunny skies, and this is really the story across the state. We've got a lot of sunshine overhead, and that's going to help melt some of that snowfall and also warm us on up over the next few days. Lookout Mountain, similar scene as well. Just a few high clouds interspersed. Those are actually, it looks to be mountain wave or lenticular clouds that you can see in the middle left-hand side of your screen there. And look at that snow at the bottom right. That is going to melt on off after a good foot of snow in and around the Golden area. And that's, of course, Golden there on the right. And that snow going to melt in Golden after they picked up a good foot of snow this time back, or I should say back on Thursday and Friday. So the big chill is gone, and with it, looks like we're going to kind of gradually again warm those temperatures on up throughout the week. We do have some snow showers in store for us on Wednesday in the mountains. In Denver, probably not, maybe a flurry or two, that would be about it. And then it's a mostly calm weather week. So again, travel concerns, not a ton of those this week, which is certainly some good news for, I think, for just about everybody. Again, on the roads, through the air, I think we're looking A-OK. HD Doppler radar, things looking mighty fine out there on this Monday. A few high clouds mixed on in. Otherwise, we're pretty much status quo over the next little while. Current temperatures, 53 already for us here in Denver, 58 in Springfield, 30s and 40s on up into the mountains. And those temperatures may have another degree or two to go. We had a forecast high 52. We've already hit 53 at DIA. Downtown, we're at 51 right now, so technically on par. But again, those highs today, generally a lot of low to mid 50s for us, 30s and 40s on up into the mountains. Tonight, temperatures drop back into the mid 20s. It's mostly clear and calm with those winds on the light side of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunset tonight, 4:38 p.m., and we're a month away from the winter solstice, so we still got shorter and shorter days to go. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news here, but the good news is 2 months, a little less than 2 months from now, we'll get 5 p.m. sunsets back, so not too far away from, I guess, from some slightly improved conditions. Tomorrow, 53 degrees for us, so a little warmer than today, I think, for us, but about the same. Maybe a bit more high-level cloud cover tomorrow afternoon than today. Otherwise, it's a carbon copy in terms of that forecast. Temperatures, 30s and 40s in the mountains and 50s for us in the eastern plains. Few spots probably touch 60 in southeast Colorado. Wouldn't be surprised. Lamar, Springfield get there tomorrow. Today, pretty close, probably not quite 60 out there. We had a degree or two, as I mentioned, for a day tomorrow. Next system to watch for. It's not a big deal, but we do have a weak system that drops on through next on Wednesday and Thursday. It looks like more Wednesday night in terms of those impacts for us across the state, and be mainly in the mountains along and north of I-70. The question with the system is how far south it drops. And let's show you the computer forecast models for a little bit of an example here. Here's the American computer forecast model. Notice how it does dip some of that snow south of I-70 and the southern reaches of the state. That's the more southerly solution with the system, which would mean more widespread snow across the mountains. Again, most of this being light and on Wednesday night and early Thursday morning. So if you do have travel, if you're traveling Wednesday night and Thursday morning in the mountains, this is the timing when that would mostly concern you. Otherwise, we do have, I think here in Denver, I think we're going to be snow-free and maybe a flurry or two. And then the European forecast model, a little bit further south in its most recent run, but it's generally been a bit further north of late. But we do have the chance for seeing a few flakes here in the Denver area, better chance for some of that accumulating snow as you head on up into the mountains. So the 7-day forecast, it's mostly clear. We do have the chance for a few flurries on Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Otherwise, that is pretty much it. And then we warm on up for Friday. So Thanksgiving itself looking a bit on the cool side, but nothing too crazy cool, about a high in the upper 40s. Probably want to have those Thanksgivings inside this year, though, because it's going to be a bit on the cool side for us later on for your Thursday here. So temperatures do warm on up for the end of the week. Finally, snowpack update. We're right about where we should be for this time of year with that snowpack, about 100% of its season-to-date average. The higher terrain, some spots in southwestern Colorado, a little bit above average, and for the Arkansas and both the South Platte River basins, a little bit below average. But again, generally speaking, we're about where we should be. And we could add a little bit of snow later on this week, but we're probably going to lower those levels as the week wears on. We do have a chance, by the way, fun fact, Thanksgiving on average in Denver is a bit snowier than Christmas Day. That's based on our 150-year climatological record. So we have about a 1 in 4 chance of getting snow on Thanksgiving itself. Back in 1979, we had 14 inches of snow on the ground, but in 1928, we actually had 8.5 inches of snow on Thanksgiving Day. We average about a 1/4 inch of snow. That's averaging it all together. Most years it doesn't snow on Thanksgiving, but if you average the years it did actually snow, we do average about a 1/4 inch of snow on Thanksgiving Day itself. So a couple of fun stats for you there, but again, Wednesday night, Thursday morning doesn't look to be a big deal at this point, but we'll keep an eye on that for you. And again, if you're traveling through the mountains, just keep in mind that Wednesday night we could see some slick conditions. The earlier you go in the day on your Wednesday, the better off you'll be. Or if you can wait a little bit till Thanksgiving morning on Thursday, it does look to be a bit better as well on Thanksgiving Day itself. So the one little blip in the forecast would be Wednesday night. Otherwise, travel conditions looking A-OK, and temperatures in the Denver area warming on up, with the exception being on Thanksgiving itself. Then, as we get into Friday, we're back up near 60 degrees. Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin will have an update for you at 4 and 5 today, and then Meteorologist Lauren Robinson's in at 6, 9, 10 tonight on the 9 News family of networks. Once again, I'm Meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Hopefully you've got a great and safe Thanksgiving week planned for you, and we'll keep you posted with the very latest on that system on Wednesday and Thursday. But once again, I'm Meteorologist Chris Bianchi, and thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus.